Good morning, Ms. Coleman. The purpose of this video is to provide you a little bit of feedback based on the observation of your first block this morning. Originally, I wrote down that I was observing the Intro to Digital Technology and Digital Design class, but you'll see in the written feedback that I'll give to you that I focus, of course, only on the Intro to Digital Tech class because that's the class that you were teaching. I think that you do a great job of managing the two different contents in the same class period. And I was particularly impressed at the way that your students knew which section of the class that they were in and also knew what they were supposed to be doing. For example, when you were giving the direct explanation to your Intro to Digital Tech students, your digital design students kept right on moving with their assignment. And so that was great. And that actually speaks a lot to your organization and your classroom expectations. I have to say, too, that I really enjoyed the teacher look that you were giving to the girls that were getting a little giggly and a little talkative in the corner behind me. I really like that look. And again, it speaks to classroom management when you can, just with the glance of an eye, have students, self-correct their behavior. So I was amused because I've never seen you give the teacher look before, but I'm glad that you have it and that you can give it. So I want to talk about the district expectations, those things that like posting the standards and having a learning target. And you did all of those things. So as far as the district expectations being met, I say for the most part that they were. I know you just dropped by and you sent an email earlier saying that you had forgotten to put the lesson plans in the correct place, but it's just me, so it's okay. Just do be cognizant of it, and clearly that you are. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was your delivery of instruction using the explicit instruction model. Again, I observed the direct explanation portion of your lesson, and I thought that it was absolutely great. The last thing that I wrote as I was leaving out of your classroom is that this is truly a standards-based classroom. Your standard for the day was explore and explain the basic components of computer networks. And then there was an element that said to illustrate and describe the function of various types of networks, including wireless. And then your learning target for the day was I can identify various network topologies. And as I watched you go through your direct explanation, it was crystal clear how what you were doing related to those standards. In fact, the learning target of I can identify various network topologies, they can identify them if they were paying attention, and they were. So that was great. I think that in a content area such as intro to digital tech, the alignment of things should be pretty clear, and they were in this case. I appreciated that you gave your students guided notes so that they could follow along. I noticed that every student was actually paying attention and writing those notes. I appreciated how you paused so that they could write down the information that they needed from each slide. That shows an awareness and an engagement on your part as the instructor. Believe it or not, there are some teachers who go through a PowerPoint, just bang, 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 and don't give students time enough to write down the information that they need. So thank you for paying attention to meeting the students' needs and just for being engaged. The types of topologies that you focused on today were the bus, ring, and star. And I loved how after you got through the direct explanation, before you let them loose, I think it was even before you showed the video maybe, you gave them a quick little spot quiz. What type of network topology did I say we had in here? Oh, okay. So what kind do you have and how many devices are connected to it? So that is a perfect example of a formative instructional practice. And it speaks also to your understanding of how the the explicit instruction model is actually recursive in nature, meaning that you can move through those different parts of it. So I thought that it was perfectly fine for you to review right after direct explanation before moving on. So at the point that I left, the students were getting ready to work on their assignment where they were going to, I believe, be creating a visual image of the different types of topologies. I didn't have many notes about it because I had already, concluded my observation of you. The one way that you could have improved this lesson, Ms. Coleman, was simply to mention in your direct explanation what method of assessment you were going to give at the end. It could have been as simple as, here are the standards, here's some of the vocabulary. So what you're going to be able to do with all of this today is you're going to create a model of the topology or something like that. Just that simple, little inclusion of that sentence gets you that check mark on a list when you have people in the classroom observing you. Overall, great job. I appreciate all the hard work that you do and that you're here, and I hope that you feel better. Take care. Bye-bye.